Welcome to That's Camellia Podcast. Hey, we're going to unpack some of those questions that you have. We're going to interview some guests and let's have a conversation. Come on, enjoy the show. Welcome back to That's Camellia Podcast. It has been a wonderful, wonderful year, and I wanted to explore the power of Thanksgiving. I know Thanksgiving just passed, but listeners, there's a profound power of what we experience and how we can live a more fulfilling life. So, I'm Camellia with That's Camellia Podcast, and let's dive in a little deeper. I know it might be simple, but I think it's transformative to think of the word gratefulness and what it means to us. So, gratitude. Gratitude is a practice that many of us overlook and take for granted, but I wanted to talk about why cultivating this mindset of gratefulness can change the way we see the world, the way we connect with others, and even more importantly, gratefulness. Having a mindset of gratefulness can improve our mental and physical health. Come on, we can all use help in that area. So let's start with the basics, right? So, what is gratefulness? What does it mean to you? So, technically, gratefulness is more than just saying thank you. It is a mindset shift. You have to shift your mind on how you think about everything in life. It's about recognizing the good in your life, big and small, and acknowledging it, even when things aren't perfect, when things are not going your way. When we choose to focus on what you have rather than what you lack. It's a mindset pivot, right? So there is some science, and I'll give you a little science of the research that I've done. That there is some science behind gratefulness. So looking at some science and the research that I looked at behind gratitude, research has shown that gratitude has a significant impact on our overall well-being. There's a psychologist named Robert Emmons, one of the leading experts on gratitude. He conducted a study that shows how practicing gratitude can enhance our mental health, lower stress levels, and even improve our sleep quality. Sign me up for that, right? That's right. So being grateful can actually help us with better sleep. Studies also suggest that practicing gratitude regularly, every day, can lead to a more positive emotions, positive relationships, better relationships, and even a stronger immune system. So the act of focusing on what's good in our life can literally rewire our brain. You can start to see opportunities instead of obstacles. There's a joy instead of frustration. Have you ever met somebody who's always happy? I mean, always happy. Things bad can be happening in their life, but no one will know because what they choose to set their mind and their language, their talk, their conversations on represents gratitude. I had a friend who, when I first met her, she was just always had this big smile on her face. And as I got to talk to her, because we used to work together, as I got to talk to her on break, she shared with me that she had 6 kids and I only had 1 at the time. So I was like, oh my gosh, but you seem so happy. I was thinking, how in the world can a mom of 6 be so happy and smiling all the time? You know why? She was a definite example of someone who chose to keep her mind on the good. Yeah, she had 6 kids, but all of her kids were well behaved. They had their own things that are going on, but She was grateful to be a mom of 6 kids. And that's what I learned by being friends with her over 20 something years, 20 plus years, that it was a mindset. Sure, she had things that happened that were devastating in her life that happened, but if you spoke with my girlfriend, oh, you wouldn't know it. She always called out the good of what she actually had and always praised God. So that's just a personal example that I've had of being around someone who chose to keep her mind on being grateful. So let me give you some tips, some practical tips on how you can cultivate this gratitude. So the first tip is to start with gratitude journal or a journal. I call it a gratitude journal, but just a journal. Journal about the things you're grateful for. I know it sounds simple, but every day, just start. I know it's December, but every day from now, since the time that you're hearing my voice, write today. Write down 3 things that you're grateful for. This is something that I use to teach my life coaching clients. 3 things that you are grateful for. Write them down. They don't have to be big. Whatever that maybe, a cup of coffee that you enjoyed in the morning. A smile from a stranger. Walking the streets or walking in a mall and a stranger says, "You look nice today." Or the fact that you got through the day. Whatever it is, 3 things, write them down every day because journaling helps us to reinforce the habit of noticing the good things around us. And don't be afraid to be specific. The more detailed you are, the more your brain starts to recognize and seek out those positive moments. You start focusing on those positive moments, right? So, another powerful practical tip of cultivating this gratefulness mindset is to be grateful for others, whether it's telling your spouse or your partner how much you appreciate them, sending a text to a friend saying thank you for being you, or writing a thank you note, handwritten note. When was the last time you got a handwritten note? My daughter still writes me little notes, but when was the last time you wrote a thank you note? So something as simple as that, but that expresses gratitude to others. And it also helps strengthens our relationship and spreads. Positivity is contagious. It's contagious. So I want to remind you as well to be mindful of gratitude throughout your day. So this is a powerful thing to think about. So the next time you're feeling stressed or overwhelmed, try taking a few deep breaths and simply focus on what you're grateful for in that moment. Maybe it's the warmth of the sun shining on your face, or maybe it's the warm seats, or maybe it's warm air in your car. Maybe it's a car, but being grateful for that moment. These are small acts of mindful gratitude that helps keep us grounded and keeps us in this present moment. But there's an impact of gratitude on our relationships. So gratitude isn't just for the benefit of yourself. It is a powerful tool, a powerful technique and strategy to improve your relationships. When you express gratitude toward others, you affirm their value and you deepen your connection with them. Have you ever noticed how people lighten up when they hear a sincere thank you? Whether it's from your spouse or your partner, your friend or colleague, showing gratitude can make someone feel so seen and appreciated. How about a work partner who celebrates an anniversary? Do you know how important or impactful it is when you just acknowledge, hey, congratulations on 10 years of working with the company, or 5 years, whatever it is, but acknowledging, showing that sincere gratitude. It's so impactful. So in relationships, gratitude isn't just one way. Both people, both partners, friends, you actively practice gratitude toward each other. It creates this positive feedback loop. I call it Kaizen. It's like a good feedback loop. It's continuous. So people feel loved, valued, and they're more willing to give back over time. This creates a stronger, healthier bond within all of your relationships. So always taking the time to express your gratitude, your thankfulness for that person in your life. So, of course, it's easy to be grateful for things when it's going well, right? Yes, all of us can acknowledge that. But I want to challenge you in the difficult times to be grateful even in those difficult times. So create a time when it's not, perfect, but then think about think about the moment. What is good? Search yourself. What is good? Yes, gratitude is not about ignoring hardships, no, but rather about finding moments of grace in the midst of challenges. So I want to challenge you to give yourself grace in challenging situations. It could be something as simple as being grateful for your ability to face adversity and come through adversity, or for the support system that you have during those tough times. Some of the most powerful expressions of gratitude come from people who have overcome significant challenges and losses in their life. So those people have learned to see the lessons, the strength, and even the beauty that comes from hardship. You know, the act of practicing gratitude is difficult. Is difficult. It's hard, and that's often what helps people navigate through them and come out stronger on the other side. Give yourself some grace. So, what does this all mean, right? At the end of the day, I think practicing gratitude is a reminder for us to focus on the good, to cherish the small moments, and to appreciate the people around us. It's simple but a powerful way to shift your mindset from scarcity to abundance, from stress to calm, from isolation to connection. So when we cultivate gratitude, we start to see the world differently. We see opportunities instead of obstacles. We see beauty in the mundane things of life, and we begin to thrive and not just survive. When I take walks, I love just being out in nature, hearing the birds chirping, hearing the hum of the cars, appreciating that moment. So I encourage you to start small. Today, before you go to bed, think about 3 things you're thankful for, write them down, share them with someone you love, and see how your perspective shifts in the coming days as you continually write down 3 things that you're grateful for. So tell me those 3 things that you're grateful for. What stands out for you? What are 3 consistent things that show up on your grateful journal that you are extremely grateful for? Share it not only with me in the comments, but also with your loved ones. All right, that's all we have for today. Join me next time on That's Camellia Podcast, where we're going to continue our conversations. Make it a great day.